My number one is actually it's a tie. I am torn between Dumb and Dumber and The Mask. Now those two were released in the same year, back in 1994, and I believe that they're right there on the same level. Dumb and Dumber was the first movie I ever saw with Jim Carrey. And in that movie, Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels co-stars, which he's hilarious as well. And they play Lloyd Christmas and Harry Dunn. And basically, they're kind of like they're basically doofuses. I mean, they're simple-minded, and they're hilarious. And what happens is in the opening, Lloyd, who's a limo driver, he picks up a lady by the name of Mary Swanson to escort to the airport. And Mary leaves her briefcase in the terminal. So Lloyd, being, chivalrous as he is, he grabs it and he tries to catch her, but it's too late. So then after a close call with the bill collector, Lloyd talks Harry into going to Aspen, Colorado. Leaving New Jersey where they live, going to Aspen, Colorado to find Mary and to start a new life. It's one of those, I don't know, it's not for everybody. I find it hilarious. There's a lot of great scenes in it, and to me, I think it was really the one film, that film that solidified Jim Carrey, as a comic genius. So, and then The Mask, of course, if you don't know The Mask, Jim plays Stanley Ipkiss, which he stumbles upon a mysterious wooden mask after his car breaks down late one night. And what he doesn't know is the mask holds magical powers. When you put it on, you're transformed into... It's basically a mirror of your personality. And he is transformed into a wacky, green-faced cartoon superhero called The Mask. That's what he gets that moniker, The Mask. That one is a great movie. It's a great movie. It's funny. It's just a straight Jim Carrey funny movie. He plays the role well on both sides, and then again it shows the versatility of Jim Carrey to play Stanley, which is mild-mannered, just an average Joe, and just to flip it and then play The Mask, which is zany and very over the top. The mask, like, it accentuates your personality. So that's why I could not choose between the two. Okay, folks. Well, I have a couple of honorable mentions that I can't forget. I can't forget these, even though they don't make my top 5. These are also some of my favorites of Jim Carrey. I've basically liked all of Jim Carrey's work, whether it's comedy or drama. It doesn't matter. I mean, I think it's great. Some of my honorable mentions are Ace Ventura, which was also released in '94. So the 1 year Jim released Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber. I mean, that's crazy. Ace Ventura, if you don't know Ace Ventura, basically Jim plays Ace. He's a goofy detective, and he specializes in animals gone missing. And he searches for these animals, if there's a reward or whatever. That's what he does. And what ends up happening is someone steals Miami's dolphin mascot before the big Super Bowl to kind of, sabotage the Super Bowl. And it's, basically Ace Ventura's job to go hunt down this missing dolphin, or to track down, the person or persons that stole the dolphin. And then, let's see, The Majestic, 2001. This one, I think this was the first, serious role the really serious role that we saw Jim, take on. The Majestic is set in 1951, and he plays Peter Appleton, and he's a Hollywood screenwriter. Basically, he gets suspected of communism, and he loses it, and he goes out and wallows in self-pity and drinks himself silly, one night, and then he gets in a car accident. He wakes up, he has amnesia. He wanders into a nearby town, and he's mistaken for Luke Trimble, which is a son of the town who he served in World War II and was reported missing in action. But due to the amnesia, Peter can't remember who he is, so he decides that he must be who they say he is. That is it's fantastic. Even if you only watch it one time, check it out. It's great. And then, last but not least, Yes Man. That is Jim's most recent movie. Was released, in 2008, and he plays Carl Allen, middle-aged guy, mediocre life, average Joe type guy. And one day he runs in, he's very unhappy with, the way things are, and he doesn't take risks and all that stuff. But one day he runs into a friend who drags him to like the self-help type seminar, and he discovers the amazing power of saying yes to everything, and that's his new thing. He says yes to whatever. If someone asks him a question, yes. He has to answer yes. But basically his life is turned upside down overnight. He stops for gas, and he gets asked by an attractive young lady named Allison, which is played by Zoe Deschanel. Oh God, she's a cutie. She asks him for a ride, and basically that starts a whole big chain of events that basically leads on a journey of self-exploration and realization. Really, really good movie. It's another one of those. It has a solid message, has a good message behind it, and it's got humor too. I mean, it's not as laugh out loud as older Jim Carrey comedies, but it's still funny. It's showing that he's growing up. He's a mature guy now. He can still be funny, he can be serious, and he can put out a positive message, a good message out into the world. So that concludes my top 5 Jim Carrey edition. Hopefully I'll have more coming up. I am actually currently working on my top 5 favorite Keanu Reeves movies. Yes, I know he's very much hated, but I enjoy his movies. I've enjoyed a lot of his movies over the years, and hopefully I'll have more of these coming up soon. So make sure to rate, subscribe, whatever you gotta do.